Yes, good old TJ.
Konnichiwa, Neil Squad, your boy Gak. Back with another reaction video. And today, for you guys, we are back with part 6. Yeah, I know it's been a little minute. We back with part 6 with the Who Could Beat Gilgamesh, a Fate World discussion featuring StudiOmega. I don't know how you say it, but yeah. So, excuse me. I'm sorry. Like I said, we're starting at part 6. We're at an hour and 42 minutes and also 26 seconds. There's 53 minutes and 26 seconds left, so it's looking like it might be up to 2 to 3 more parts are going to do this video, then we're going to be done. So yeah, so let's just subscribe on the video, guys. I don't want to make the intro too long, so let's get right into it. So play.
It could be either one, because Nobu could literally open the gate with freaking Demon King of Heaven.
Would really need to understand what the situation. Why are these guys fighting? Do they just
That's
bump
true.
into each other in a dark alley?
Yeah,
And
heck, even the landscape is probably very important for this fight.
Because Nobu's got that military tactics. Like, she would try to employ strategy against Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh does not employ strategy.
He just fires Gate of Babylon. Maybe Enkidu every once in a while. But yeah, so
That is a strategy.
So if
Gate of Babylon
was definitely, I would say, the most done deal out of our warrior types here, and Nobu is she's got to have the shortest fight out of pretty much anyone we've seen. What about Raiko, Minamoto no Yorimitsu?
So,
Oh boy.
Wow,
Let me-
that
let me
picture,
see
bro.
See what we're working with here. So, some of these stat parameters may already be adjusted by Madness enhancement or not. We're never ever sure. Strength A,
Waifu.
Endurance B,
Oh
Agility
my
D,
goodness.
Luck C, Noble Phantasm A+.
Their agility
So,
sucks.
Raiko has Magic Resistance D, Madness Enhancement
Agility and her
EX.
luck
That's a
sucks.
lot of parameter increases, guys. Divinity C, and then the fun stuff. So hey, we're gonna talk about Lancelot at some point as more of an honorable mention, I think, just
Mitsu.
because they have many
Mystery Slayer.
super great tricks up his sleeve. But one of them
That's
is Eternal
interesting.
Arms
Divinity is
Mastery,
on
which
UC.
Raiko also has at an A+. So no matter how crazy she is, she's still real good with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Mana Burst Lightning, so she has a Mana Burst effect to even further increase her close combat prowess. And then Mystery Slayer A, which is much like
I've
God
never
Slayer,
seen
but basically any
Raiko,
sort of
but
demonic or mysterious
she look like
force,
a-
any kind of
like
supernatural
snot.
entity. She's stronger
No,
against.
chill.
Where I think Raiko loses out is that, as far as we know, she only has the one Noble Phantasm, the King Stormcall, which is basically utilize the different weapons of her 4 Heavenly Kings and kind of create this destroying blast of lightning that like comes from multiple angles to just sweep away the enemy. I was just gonna say, because if you look at her skills, she's got Mana Burst, Madness Enhancement like crazy. Parameters are through the roof, right? Like they should be further enhanced even beyond what this level we see is reported as, right?
Given that she has EX, sure.
As EX, and then Mystery Slayer will further increase her parameters in a fight with Gil.
Oh, definitely.
She can increase her close quarters potential with Mana Burst Lightning, right? So,
And she has Eternal Arms
in
Mastery.
terms of just raw fighting power, she's
So
the top
basically,
The
her
problem
what you
is,
call it? So basically,
collection is
just
a little
up
limited.
close.
right? Like,
She should be
does
neck
she
and neck
have
with
the
Gil?
range if he decides to just dance around with Gate of Babylon? This is kind of like Lancelot's problem. Like, in close quarters, once again, she can probably get him. She can probably get him real fast and real good.
In fact, actually, now that you mentioned Lancelot again, I think it's a perfect segue to say I think she would fight him just like Berserker Lancelot did. She would probably just grab one of the weapons and start fighting off the Gate of Babylon.
what I have the feeling she would do the slow walk.
It probably...
The
It'd
important
probably
thing about
be a really cool
The
fight,
slow walk.
actually.
Honestly, I kind of feel that
Yeah,
Gilgamesh would have the same reactions to Raiko as he did to Archer Heracles. Just whoa.
Yes.
Sorry, do I know you?
Like, because we're talking about someone who, like Lancelot, can literally just take any of these noble phantasms and use them as if they've known it all their lives. And then on top of that, she has her whole fighting capability and mentality basically intact from when she was alive.
Her Madness Enhancement EX is special.
Are those
It
horns?
doesn't
Like, what is
necessarily
that? Or is
inherit
that just
judgment
flowers
when
on,
it
like,
comes
the
to
side of her
fighting.
head?
Right.
That's-
So,
I think
her
that's flowers.
tactical prowess should probably be at full blast. And
It kind of makes sense, though, that she
one thing
has
to
a
remember is
weapon
Reiko
mastery
does
A+,
have Divinity C.
because she has
So,
the arrow here,
if
she
she's not
has,
fast
well, she has a bow
enough,
here, the arrows,
Gil can lock her down,
sword.
and then it'll flip on her.
The other thing, like,
I don't know what that is.
her
down
base
there.
stat
Right
is
here.
agility D, which not that good.
Quite slow compared to
Yeah.
a lot of our contenders. She is much more of a bruiser, it seems. Right? He doesn't even necessarily need to step up to Aya to end this fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Raiko doesn't necessarily have the ultimate trump card in any of her own Noble Phantasm attacks.
That's true. She's basically just really good at fighting.
Real talk. Quick segue, because this has been stated. I can't remember in what event. But what about Saber Raiko?
Oh, the Axe King.
Oh, that's true.
Storm
Saber
Call.
Raiko is pretty much revered as the scariest version of Raiko.
Yeah.
It's that these are too much hypotheticals. Like,
That's
the Lancer
true.
of her has
Oh, so this
divine
is
instrument,
Archer
like, she
Raiko,
has
so it's a Saber
Vajra
Raiko?
that she can
Raiko? Is
throw
that what they
people, a
saying?
little, divine instrument of lightning, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, so it's like, because like this version of Raiko is not the only Raiko there is. So
Although for fun facts, I did look up Berserker
Oh,
Lancelot real
okay.
quick, just to see what her parameters are listed in FGO as. And to be fair, Berserker Lancelot, his agility is listed as A+. So there is actually a huge difference there between those two. Now, granted, all of her buffs, all of Raiko's
Dang,
buffs
from a
may
D to A+?
counter that and make it much higher and closer to A+, but still, that is worth noting.
honestly, if she still retains her ability to, think, and I don't know what agility you have to be to dodge frickin' Enkidu and other Gate of Babylon shenanigans. But as I said, she doesn't have an Aya deterrent at like any point.
Right.
So I don't think she has an actual here like we said, both Skahawk and Nobu have
Like
a thing
a,
they
like
can
a,
do that is,
I
like,
have
if
a
they
big
hit Gil
trump
with
card,
this, Gil's
basically.
done.
Right.
Yeah, right. Like if Skahawk actually hits him with the Gay Bulgs, he's probably done.
Right.
Hits him with Demon King of 6-7, he's done. Storm Call is cool, and it's kind of interesting that how she comes in at all sides with different types of attacks, but fundamentally it's just different sorts of Noble Phantasm type weapons coming together, right? Like,
Right.
Gil could probably come up with a few tricks to block that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He either
Or is this
fires
the
off
riding
Gate of Babylon,
version?
or he uses the
Because a riding's
chains.
A+. Is this a
I
riding,
honestly
or
think
is this
Raiko
an
would
Archer
scare
version of
Gil
Raiko?
into going big guns real quick.
Or at the very
Well,
least,
and
scare
honestly,
him
it's-
into doing something trickier.
Yeah.
Right, and that's how he responds to Lancelot, is like, he immediately gets pissed off, and he starts, not full-blown seriously because he doesn't respect Lancelot at all, but he starts taking attempts to kill Lancelot seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't go 100%. I suspect Raiko would be much the same way. He would be like, who the fuck is this lady trying to throw them back at me? I'm done with you.
And with Raiko 1v1, now also remember, a lot of her there's a lot of instances where she has her 4 Heavenly Kings to back her up. In this case, we're talking about 1v1. I mean, yeah, you're right. She would very probably scare Gil at first, but I almost just want to give it to Gil, just because as soon as he does what he started doing to Lancelot to her, I think he would actually start to overwhelm her after a while.
Sorry, Mama Raiko.
It's kind of sad, but
she's a
Yeah, 'cause,
serious
like,
contender, but
Her,
I just do it
Mama
because,
Raiko.
she's an FGO,
But yeah, because
she's only a character
I don't see like how would she like
Now with this
destroy
game,
him
That's true. We
like
also have
compared to like
not
the
seen
saber
her
or not saber the
in, like, an
lancer
official work
with that
outside of
female
this,
lancer
outside
from
of
last time.
FGO.
I don't see
So
her
we don't
able to
know
like do
if she's
something like that.
capable of like more crazy shit.
that her Noble Phantasms as listed in FGO. She might have more moves. Like, they could always bring in the helmet that protected her from Shuten Doji, the divine helmet that had like 7 layers.
Right.
So, she could have like an armoring type Noble Phantasm that would help a lot in this situation.
She just needs some kind of defense, really.
Mama Raiko doesn't have
Right,
a
her
match
parameters could be
profile, does
completely different. I don't think it lists anything other than Ox King Stormcall at the moment. But remember, that match profile is just for her Berserker, and I think her Lancer profile.
Her Lancer one though doesn't give her much extra in the agility department. I think she has like agility C in Lancer form, so she's still kind of slow.
And also, I don't know necessarily if access to her Lancer Noble Phantasm would help.
Yeah,
it would
Jilly
be another
just
type
sucks
of attack she could do, but
until that
just throwing an electric spear at
Madison
Gil
has
would
me.
not necessarily be
Oh no,
effective.
Madison has
Yeah,
me.
even
Oh
if
no,
it's
it's her
divine,
berserk.
he'd still, which it is,
This
he'd
is
still
this
be
is
like,
her berserk
I got
form.
more of those in the
Because
back.
Madness enhancement, that's usually comes
That
with
don't
berserkers,
scare
right?
me.
Her
Or
agility
do you
is
actually get that? I think it's
Actually,
berserkers,
honestly,
right?
because Vajra is a very conceptual weapon, he could be like, "Hey, I got one of those."
Just
That's true,
just
he
let me know, guys.
could.
I think it's just
One in
think
the
this is
back.
the berserker form. Because like I said, I think
Oh.
Madison has me is only for berserkers.
Uh,
No comments down
I'm
below.
pretty sure her agility is so low because she is very front-loaded.
Yeah. I actually have to agree with that. So unfortunately, I
Very
gotta
front
give it to
loaded.
Gil.
That's
I
a
think
that's
we
a
all
that's a
can kind
comfortable
of
way of
agree
saying that.
Gil
That's
pretty
very
much takes this
PG
one. Like
way of
Raiko
saying
would
it.
scare him,
Makes sense.
but it wouldn't last for long.
Damn you, Raita!
Yeah. So okay, we're nearing the end of the major contenders, and finally we get to
was
arrive
pretty
at
quick.
the very interesting folk. These are probably the ones we either will talk about the most, or maybe even the least, just because they either have a single trump card that is weird, or they're so weird I don't know how Gil would fight them. So let's start off with probably the easiest one. That would be Jeanne d'Arc, just vanilla Jeanne d'Arc.
Yeah, and in fact, we can spoil this. Jalter's not on the list because
John.
while the very grammatically
Oh,
incorrect
okay.
Fundament to Hain is very powerful, I don't know if that'd actually help her. It could
Right.
reflect attacks and hatred back, but ultimately, Gil would probably not put up with her shit. Jeanne herself, though, is very interesting. So this is her ruler stats. She's got a strength of B, an endurance of B, an agility A, a mana of A, a luck of C, and a noble phantasm A+. As a ruler, Jeanne is
So
endowed with magic resistance EX.
So this is a ruler one. Okay.
Crazy good magic resistance. Discernment B. So, once again, a bit like how we talked about how Karna could kind of see what's going on with Gil.
Right.
Literally, Jeanne can be like, "You're Gilgamesh, the king of heroes."
So this is the
You're
one
an
from
asshole,
Apocrypha,
sir."
right? Because it
The
has to be, right?
ability
She's a
Divine
ruler, or was she a
Judgment A,
ruler?
which is
Oh, she
basically,
always a
as
ruler
as
in
ruler,
all
she is
the
gifted with command seals.
Holy
she
Grail
can
Wars.
use to lock down other servants. This may or may not apply all the time, but she also has Revelation A, which is a lot like Instinct, but applies to things that are not fighting. She senses the best course of action to take just in her life, as if guided by God or something. A C-level charisma and a B-ranked skill, which is called Saint, which just refers to her saintliness. She has the Luminos Eternal A, which is her banner, which is what most people are familiar with in FGO. I think, if I remember reading correctly, and I'm just going to double-check some stuff, that the actual, it's supposed to be super defensive. Yeah, so basically it creates a light which prevents both physical and spiritual harm. Question if Luminos would work like Avalon to block Ea? Like, that's not explicitly shown.
But, well, the thing is, Avalon, I think, works because it basically has Artoria in a whole nother space. Whereas does
but that's the thing, though. It says that the light completely isolates the people protected by Luminos. So I'm like,
oh, gotcha.
is that the same type of isolation? I literally don't know. I cannot answer that question for you. It is not, as far as I know, it is not resolved anywhere.
I will,
So
okay,
it's-
I'll just throw this out there based on what you just said. Just trying to take context clues here. I will throw out conjecture that probably not the same thing. Just because, like, Avalon clearly states that it takes Artoria to a whole nother, like, temporal space that Ea basically can't touch with Enema Elish. Whereas this is kind of just, like, a light. It's very abstract.
Right. Also, it's important to notice that that damage is basically transferred to the flag almost, and she cannot repeatedly tank high-level noble phantasms. So it's entirely possible that, yes, against Ea, but she could not keep sucking up Ea blasts.
Right. Yeah,
Because
something
then we're
that
talking
high
about-
magnitude? I don't think
Really?
Yes, I don't know. Yeah. Let's talk about La Pucelle.
Oh man.
As a sword, if she decides to hit people with it in case she needs to chase prostitutes out of the army camp.
Something she did do.
It's an actual anecdote about Jeanne d'Arc. She never stabbed or slashed anybody with her sword, but she was known to smack people with the flat of her blade to drive camp followers out of the army camps. But if she uses its true name, it becomes an EX Noble Phantasm that is anti-world, and basically is if she uses its true form. The conception of Jeanne d'Arc being burned at the stake whatever is before her will be destroyed. If she decides it appropriate
So
to
the flat of
utilize
it,
her,
okay.
right? If she
So
thinks
some
that
Roy,
the
no
situation,
Kishin type stuff.
you know,
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't she have to actually determine the situation necessary enough?
yes, she can pilot anything in life, but she must destroy. It only destroys what she thinks must be destroyed. So she would have to consider Gil a serious enough threat, her own life, but to actually be like, oh, I need to. You are a a high level threat that must be destroyed.
Have you met
Gil is that
Yeah, you met
dangerous?
Gil.
Is he actually that to the world? Like at Fate's Day Night, sure. His plan, no, like that would.
It would
wasn't
definitely
super
work
fucked
there,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, if the girl was not super fucked up by Angra, I suspect that Gil's fucking around would summon a ruler.
Right.
Pre-rulers, but they came up with those rules later. But still, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, but yes,
Well,
no.
wouldn't that
if-
be the case though?
If Gil's plan
When-
actually came through, yeah, a ruler would probably have been something.
depending on what Gil is trying to do in that situation, this is another a bit like Nobu. It really depends what the build up to this fight is like.
Right.
If she thinks that Gil is going to do something that's going to
Right.
hurt humanity or human history or something, she could pop La Pucelle on him, and she thinks she aims it at will be destroyed. No ifs, ands, or buts.
So technically, she could tank Aya with both, well, potentially with Luminosity Eternal, and definitely with La Pucelle.
Oh, she wouldn't just tank Aya. She'd probably just obliterate the man.
Yeah, she just obliterates. She's like, that's her win. But as the thing, she loses her life at the time, so it's still technically.
It's a
A
stalemate.
stalemate.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Gil is still dead.
That's true. And we did
No,
say the
between her
criteria
life and
is,
Gil.
can they at least stalemate? That is the criteria. That is the minimum criteria.
Gale, she'd die to do it, but she'd get him.
Yeah. Like honestly, I know we could go into more about, but like,
La
I think that's like,
Pucelle.
in terms, she could. I think that's like just the line right there. Like she'll just die in the process. Done.
Right. But that still counts. That still definitely counts.
It's like, let's see here. Magic resistant EX. Gate of Babylon's still physical attacks, aren't it? They're not.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Unless he
So
tries
it'll
to use
become
the Noble
a- it'll
Phantasm
be a
for
tie ball
magical
game?
purpose.
yeah. True
Which
name.
one
I
is
should
it?
point out that Luminos Eternal would beat that. Those are just individual anti-unit noble phantasms. Technically, she'd use it up, but she could stand up to
Oh wow.
multiple.
So basically, I'm a
phantasms.
kamikaze
He's
you.
just throwing swords at her.
It's basically
Right.
what
She
they're
could
saying.
throw up
Like,
the flag and survive
Jean-
like a big blast, and then while Gil's going, "Why are you still alive?"
She's just
then it
gonna
would be
just
like, "Oh,
kamikaze
Lord, I entrust my body to you."
Gil.
Pretty much, actually, yeah.
Oh man, I still love the scene when Gills is basically using Luminant Personal to protect John. Oh god, it was such a good scene. Go watch Fate Apocrypha. It's good.
So yeah, it'd be a stalemate, and it does depend on his morals, but technically, she can do it. Jeanne d'Arc, vanilla Jeanne d'Arc can do it.
Jeanne d'Arc was in a point to be fighting Gil.
Right.
If they're having a tussle, she's a ruler and a saint, right? Like there's no deeply philosophical reason for them to fight other than Gil's gonna do something bad, human history and stuff.
Right.
Which, to be fair, is totally something he would do.
Yeah. Which he has done, actually.
Yeah, Fate Apocrypha is really good.
Accepted, yes.
Damn you, Japanese high school boys.
Alright, so next we come to my favorite choice on this list.
All right, so we're gonna pause right there. We had an hour, 59 minutes, and 31 seconds. We got 36 minutes left of this video, so I'll say we got probably another 2 to 3 parts. This is gonna be part 6, like I said. Who could be Gil? Fate Lord discussion. So we talked about Joan. I think I say Jean or Joan. Arc, Vanilla Arc, and it was the lady. I just forgot her name, just like that. Dang, I forgot her name. But I think it was the Berserker form of her. I think it was because it had the madness enhancement. So let me know by somebody liking this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, with the bell notification, make sure you click all. Like I said, I've been trying to get back around to doing part 6 of this video. Like I said, we having all these other videos come out, guys. So I've been trying, like I said, I'm a single guy. I'm literally a single guy. I'm my own editor. All this other stuff, like everything you see, is literally just been me, like besides like the music that I got from some of my homeboys, literally like all this stuff right here, like is just me, like editing, getting the videos together, all this stuff like that. I'd have no editor, nothing like that. So it's not like I could just do like this with videos. And also I work too and stuff like that. So it's not like I could just literally just do this stuff like 24/7 like that. Unless if I'm just like off that night or something like that, or the next day, then I could try to get like a lot of stuff done. But you know what I'm saying, trying to just, you know, live my life and trying to, you know, get the videos out to you guys. So yeah, it's been INCOG. I'm out. Peace.